The Lord is inviting us to have a jubilee in our own lives. Yahweh spoke to Moses in the Mount Zion. When 7 Sabbaths of years have passed, that is 7 times 7 years, there shall be time of 7 weeks of years, that is 49 years. Then on the 10th day of the 7th month, sound the trumpet loudly. This day, this year, the Lord is asking them to not to reap or harvest. So it's a time of stopping yourself to recheck your direction. Because time of prosperity, when they come to the promised land, state of your prayers being answered, is a very vulnerable place where you can fall into sin. So this examination of conscience is of great importance, that you should clear your field, give back all the debts, free the people who are indebted to you. So it's a time of refreshing of your whole being. As human beings, in our spiritual fields, spiritual lands, spiritual disposition should be checked and rechecked on and off. We find a person in the gospel where this stopping or rechecking has not done. He is King Herod. King Herod was challenged by the words of John the Baptist. Herod had in fact ordered that John be arrested, bound in chains, and put in prison because of Herodias. There is a clear background for this character. The wife of his brother Philip, for John had said to him, "It is not right for you to have her as wife." Herod wanted to kill him, but he did not dare because he feared the people who regarded John as a prophet. So the words of God, the word of God, John the Baptist's word, is like a double-edged sword. It pierced his heart. It challenged him. That word should have brought him to a jubilee of stopping himself and rechecking whether he has done something right by marrying his brother's wife. Yet, other than checking himself, he broke the knife, he broke the sword. Because the word is so challenging, he wanted to kill John the Baptist, not to examine himself. We can never play with sin, toy with sin. We cannot do that. We have to check and recheck. He knew it was wrong. But then what would happen if you don't have this jubilee in your life? Stopping and checking with yourself in your life. It's dangerous, my dear friends. Word says Herod had in fact ordered that John be arrested, bound in chains, and put in prison because of Herodias. Herodias persuaded him. Sin will never remain the same. It is like a cancer. Yes, it's like a cancer. It will spread definitely. So, if you keep those thorny bushes in the field while the word of God is sowed in the yard. The thorny bushes will definitely overrun the proper weed, proper cropped. It can happen definitely, because sin will always grow faster than the proper seeds. So there comes the opportunity where the Herodias' daughter danced in the midst of the guests. So she delighted Herod, and he promised under oath to give her anything she had. The other gospel says even he was ready to even give a half of the kingdom. This is exactly what happens when your senses are pleased. Your decision done according to the feelings is very destructive. So once the feelings were aroused, sin can be really eye-catching, isn't it? So he could have asked for a half of the kingdom easily. If the devil wants the kingdom as a property, but then devil wants not the kingdom, not the land, not the wealth of this world. He wants your connection with Jesus. He's a robber. He will come to steal and kill and put you to pain. That's exactly what would happen. What will happen in Herod's life. So devil persuaded her to ask the head of John the Baptist, nothing else. What a pathetic thing. What she would get with the head of John the Baptist. What to do? They will throw it away. My dear friends, we have to remember the motive of the evil one. All what he wants is your soul. Soul to be soul to be condemned and put in hell. That's how John the Baptist is beheaded. King Herod lost the voice. He lost that jubilee. Checking off himself. Completely he was destroyed. No connection, as the branch is completely cut off from the vine. There is no meaning. See, this conscience, it pricks his heart. It's his heart. It bothered him because he couldn't do what he wanted to do. But then a moment, as a kite is tied to a thread, so kite can't move as it wants. But then it will save. Because it is tied to the thread, it is saved. The moment the thread is broken, cut off, the kite will move freely and destroy itself completely. This is exactly what would happen without our conscience. The voice of God within ourselves. This is going to happen if we don't stop and think, if you don't have a jubilee in our own lives. About John the Baptist, King Herod says, even about when speaking about Jesus, this man is John the Baptist. John has risen from the dead, and that is why miraculous powers are at work in him. He thinks, John, I killed. See the conscience, the way the conscience is shouting in himself. There is no peace, there is no serenity. Completely, he is lost and destroyed. The moment if you don't have that jubilee in your life, stock taking in your life, you will be completely destroyed without any happiness of yourself. Think about it. Have a nice day. May God bless you.